Hey, I'm Dean DeMarzo, and this is Relatively in Tune, where we talk to creative people and the people close to them. Today, our guests are Liv, Ellie, and Henry from the band The Far Out, who's a funk soul band from Boston, Massachusetts. They're joined by Henry's mom, Kerry, and we get to talking about all kinds of fun stuff, from how the band started, how they've gotten to work with some incredible bigger acts, and how one of my favorite video game soundtracks influenced their music. Relatively in Tune. Hi, I'm Dean DeMarzo.
And I'm Tori DeMarzo.
And this is Relatively in Tune, where we talk to creative people and the people close to them. We're joined by Liv, Ellie, Henry, and Henry's mom, Kerry, here today. Why don't the four of you introduce yourselves?
Yeah, sure. I'm Liv Lowe. I play guitar and flute for The Far Out.
My name's Kerry, as you just heard, and I'm Henry's mom and sort of like just a lover of all of these people here.
I am Kerry's son, Henry. I play keyboard and sing in The Far Out.
I'm Ellie. I play trumpet and I sing in The Far Out.
I've listened through all of your stuff. There is such a straight through line from Tower of Power, Stevie Wonder. You mentioned Fleetwood Mac on your website, which is not a connection I would have initially made, but the multiple singers, the multiple songwriters, that's where that comes in, and that's really cool. I know the general backstory of you've all kind of known each other forever, but for our listeners, what's just like a quick digest of your history?
Yeah, sure. So right after 2020, we were really concerned about live music even happening and being a thing. Three of us in the room, minus my mom, formed a trio called The Boys of Summer.
But wait, why did we form that? In the first place, it was because she invited us to play on the backyard porch. These guys are longtime Newport folk goers, and obviously it wasn't happening that year, so we did a porch fest in the backyard instead.
Yeah,
but even
the new porch fest.
The new porch fest.
Yeah, because we had a new porch.
Yeah. So. Oh yeah. But even before then, I mean, these two have known each other since what, second grade, and I came into the picture in high school. I met them. So
Drama Fest, right?
At Drama Fest, at a theater competition.
Yeah.
Okay, that wasn't.
I was like, wait, is that what you're naming it? Or?
No, okay, that's
what a drama fest! Oh my god!
Fleetwood Mac, I get it.
Yeah, but we played together for about a year and a half, and then expanded to include a few other members, got more horns going, and started writing original songs.
Yeah.
And we've been doing that since like 2021.
Yeah.
Right? Up to
4 years now.
And it's funny because we were learning more, like you said, Fleetwood Mac maybe wouldn't be at the forefront, but I think one of the first songs we were covering was Dreams.
Dreams.
And then like
Dreams,
Don't Let Me Down by the Beatles. Like definitely more folk rock and
a lot of Eagles.
A lot of Eagles.
Yeah. Doing a lot of cover shows at first, so we wanted to like do a bunch of different
and it wasn't until
genres.
bringing Colin back into the fold on saxophone that we were like, oh, let's expand. We learned some Lake Street Dive, some Sammy Ray, and then when we started writing our own music, that was the route that we took.
That's right.
We love all those artists. We especially love Lake Street, Sammy Ray. We just had her guitar player Will Leet on here.
Yes, I know. I remember seeing.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
I feel like pop funk, soul funk, soul pop is making such a resurgence right now. These last 5 years especially. Lawrence is a huge part of that. Couch, Melt also. Yeah, that's when the horns came back into the fray, when your horn player came back. What was the first step into songwriting for you guys? Because that is not an easy step for a lot of people. It's a very vulnerable kind of jump to make from covers to originals.
Yeah, I mean, it's funny when you think it happened right on that porch over there. On the new porch.
On the new porch.
The old new porch.
But I remember we had, me and another member in the band, Ryan, had put out a few songs on Spotify, and Liv had put out a song on Spotify, and this was before the band was even formed. We were all kind of writing our own stuff. So coming together and seeing how our writing styles would be the same thing was very different.
So the first time we sat down to write a Far Out song was Long Time Coming, which ended up being our debut single. Hen and I sat down on the porch, and I don't even remember what.
I just remember you coming up with words, and I was doing a lot of because I had my piano on my lap, and I was just doing chords and melody and stuff. And I think we were both thinking at the time that
she
Ellie
was
going to sing it.
Yeah, it was about a will they, won't they situation that
really cool.
which was happening at the time. It was happening for me at the time. And I feel like...
Cut that part. No.
You know who you are! You know
But given our like having known each other since high school elementary school and seeing all those little crushes, and that was kind of the, I don't know, and the inspiration behind it.
It was right before we played a gig, and Liv and Henry invited me over to the porch, and they're like, we wrote this song, we want you to sing it, and they showed me it, and I knew immediately that it was like lightning in a bottle. Like, we had a good thing going on for our songwriting.
Yeah, that's very Fleetwood Mac. Writing about that kind of stuff. You know?
Yeah. But it's all people in the band.
And then we don't make this known on our band page or anything, but Henry and I are dating, but we weren't at the time of writing this will they, won't they.
Yeah, it was like, a whole encompassing will they.
So it was really funny, because I think at the time, Colin, our sax player, was like, oh, I know what this is about. And we were like, no.
You don't know what it's about. You don't know what it's about.
I think you had like kind of a firm stance, like this will not be a Fleetwood Mac band.
We are not doing that.
No one plans to be a Fleetwood Mac band.
Exactly.
And to be fair,
They didn't plan to do it.
And to be fair, we dated in high school as well. And then, everyone goes their separate ways for college and everything. So it wasn't just bandmates getting together.
Yeah,
like we have,
there's a little history.
There's history.
There's history. Back to the music.
Super nice.
It's part. Listen, I feel like it's part of the relatively into like that's
part of what how our first song became to be.
That's
yeah,
true.
no, it totally is.
Yep.
I have to mention, because it's the main thing that jumped out at me, because I'm a giant nerd. On Funkadelic, the keyboard part, is there some Mario Kart in there?
Yes.
So let me just say, and I'm going to be so quick, because yes, there's so much there. And I am such a lover of video game music, especially from Japan, and the funk influence there. So it's me and Ryan is the guy who kind of like lead wrote that song. He's our bass player. Mm-hmm. We snuck in so many things into that song, and it was just so fun. It's always like just doing those little quotes, and you see someone in the audience turn their head or be like, yo, like, it is so fun. That's why we do it, just to have those little fun moments.
We ended up making a visualizer for that song that is literally just us playing Mario Kart. It's on our YouTube. It's just a bunch of Mario Kart clips, and it's pretty fun.
Have you guys played the new Mario Kart yet?
Stop me. Just stop.
You gotta tell your story.
Wait, what's my story?
New York. Yeah.
I have a YouTube channel where I talk about games. So I was selected to go to the event in New York to play the Switch
before it was out.
Before it was out.
We got a celebrity with us.
Yeah. And
Sweet. I mean, that's the kind of videos I watch, so I've probably come across it.
Go check it out. Thank you.
And it's also a family affair
story.
because it's Henry and his brother and their longtime friend Steve.
That's right. Yeah. But yeah, the game's incredible. It's worth the price just for that soundtrack. The soundtrack is
amazing.
Unbelievable.
Amazing.
I could do a whole podcast on that, but I'll stop.
You should.
Yeah, you couldn't do that.
Call me when you do that.
Maybe on my own show. Yeah.
You do that. Yeah.
That's great. That's kind of my background. My story, I'm a YouTuber musician, but for like 10 years, I just did covers of video game music on YouTube. So I grew doing that, and then I switched to writing original songs about games, and that's what I do now.
Oh, cool.
Sick.
Nice.
Okay.
You guys gotta get together.
I was gonna say I'll be reaching out. I'll be checking that out.
I think you have your next guest.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
Oh, maybe a little crossover episode.
That'd be so cool.
Tell me about, you guys put a lot of emphasis on your live show and the energy you bring to it. What was the journey like from playing the New Porch to playing bigger local venues and opening up for bands?
What it was like seeing, you've been here
Seeing the
since the
journey.
beginning.
Yeah. Well, I think when, they first started out on the New Porch, you were kind of just figuring out, especially with the songwriting, figuring out really how to collaborate successfully. And so that was a lot of the focus. And then getting on stage, even in our Porch Fest where kind of everybody knew you, you were focused, I think, on more on the music and making sure that you were getting that communicated. But then as you got more comfortable, it is out of control. The joy that comes from the stage that they give every time they perform now, the energy is so high, and it's very different from the first time when they were just okay, this is our new feet getting wet, and they're submerged now into just this complete show that people get energized from and feel joy from, and that is one of the best gifts that you can give an audience is joy, right? And they just show it. They've known each other for so long. So that backstory really informs their performances because they're so comfortable together on stage with the kicks and the hops and all the young kids are doing it. Yeah, it's great. It's just great.
Do you have a background in music too?
Actually, my husband and I are writers, and we used to have a cut and paste magazine in the 90s and run an open mic and all that stuff. And now we have a Substack, thisworkspress.substack.com.
They are amazing writers. Amazing.
Oh, thank you.
I love your book. Can I plug your book, The Age of Reason?
Where is it? It's probably 100 copies behind me somewhere.
What's the year?
It's 1968, The Age of Reason, yeah.
It's so gorgeous.
Thank you so much. That's a novel that I wrote, and my husband writes. And so we have a small little press that we publish ourselves and anybody else who we think is good. But the Substack now is like a lot of fun for us because we have a daily theme, and
getting to know the digital world is like, it's so...
I'm like, Olivia taught me how to schedule posts in advance on Facebook. I feel like I am like so with it.
You have a Substack. That's amazing. That's huge.
So to have these artists in our lives just seems so much of a gift for us because we've always just surrounded ourselves with creativity. And this, they're like, can we practice at the house? I'm like, hell yeah. And we're inviting a bunch of my friends to sit in the porch.
They are beautiful. Saints, because our practice room is in their front room.
Right there.
Wow.
And there's 6 of us, so it gets a little loud. They're very accommodating.
And you always have to have chocolate for Ryan.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
I'm like SpongeBob's grandmother in a way, making sure that Ryan has chocolate.
I love that so much.
That role of band mom is one of the most important in a young band's life. That is essential.
I feel very lucky. I really do. I feel very grateful, very lucky. Look at them. They're just amazing.
Look at them.
And I've known, I've known these guys since I taught in the school that they went to. Then I went and taught middle school and high school. Control helicopter. No. And meeting Olivia in high school, I've seen them grow, and I feel so grateful. Feel really blessed to be around them.
That's wonderful. So tell me about your new album.
We've been working on these songs for a long time, and they've been released. Now, our first single came out a year ago.
Yeah.
But it's just a project that shows off all of our collaborative songwriting, what we do best, horns, power vocals, harmonies, and there's a real range of sound too, and we're not afraid to take risks with trying new things in songs, and I think that really comes across in this album. Totally. There's a song for everyone really on it.
Yeah, I think every song on the album could be considered a different genre. It's all definitely under this umbrella of soul music.
Yeah.
But there's some in there that I would consider just rock.
Lazy Lover.
Yeah.
Lazy Lover.
So it's we have the influences span from artists from 5 years ago to artists from 60 years ago.
Yeah,
and it's super cool. And we have 4 different main vocalists sing songs. So you hear, I feel like someone who doesn't know our music before this album comes out will be like, oh, this guy's the lead singer. Wait, no, she is. Wait, no, she is. So
we actually made
really
very sure when we were ordering the album, we were like, okay, we need to have at least the first 3 songs are sung by different people.
Yeah.
And we were like, we can't have Ellie and Liv next to each other because
people always mix us up.
People always mix us up, even though we don't, I think, sound or look that much alike.
Yeah.
I don't know how people call you sisters.
We were literally at the liquor store last night.
Soul sisters.
And the guy's handing back our IDs. He looked at our IDs and couldn't tell who was who for a second.
He gave me Liv's ID.
And then he handed Ellie my ID.
Yes. And he didn't that's
he
crazy.
confidently gave me Liv's ID.
For a second, it was almost like, wait, did they just hand me 2 fake IDs with the same photo on it? Was the look on his face.
Yeah. Oh my God.
That's your insides coming out, the connection.
So point being, we were like, well, we need one
really
of the men.
The album.
Yeah.
We wanted one of the men to be singing at least one of the first 2 songs just be like, Look at us. We have more than one vocalist in this group.
And when we ordered the first 3 songs, at least, like you said, we want to make sure that we have a range of what the sounds are for the first 3 songs.
Yeah.
We have a really bright, rassy pop song for the first one, Need a Win. The second is Funkadelic Gas, which is totally just straight up funk music.
Yeah.
Car chase,
Mario Kart music in lots of ways. And then Lazy Lover, which is very much rock, Fleetwood Mac.
It's the only song on the album with no horns on it.
Yeah.
it's very like Rubber Soul to me. Like,
Well, the first guitar line almost sounds like it could be Drive My Car.
Yeah.
Totally inspired by that. Yeah.
So you said the first single from this came out a year ago?
Yeah.
A year ago today.
Yeah. Well, when we're filming this.
As we're recording, it was 1 year ago today.
Right.
And you had a music video come out yesterday as we're recording this.
Yes.
Yeah, Pack to Go was the second single, and we hadn't filmed anything for it at the time that we released it. Ellie and I take
so much pride in our like film music video visions.
Yes.
Liv and I could just sit all day and plan out different music videos for different songs. So we planned
storyboarded all 3
Liv
of the
and I
videos.
took a whole day and storyboarded Pack to Go music video and Laurel together.
And we knew we were going to do Laurel as kind of the final single into the album, and we wanted to release a video with that. But then Ellie had this idea for the Pack to Go video, this
little spy
inspired video. And I don't remember whose, it might have still been your idea or mine to actually have that be our album.
It was your idea. I remember when you said that, I was like, yes, we have to do that.
So yeah, if you watched the end of the video, it's technically our album announcement. It was like a little soft launch, and then we have it officially announced it, obviously.
Yeah.
As SpongeBob's grandmother, I would like to add, if anyone wants some cookies, they're in the kitchen. No. That these two are, if you've seen the videos, they're a force of creative talent and skill. Like, it's like you can have the idea, but not be able to really produce it. And they did it all, and it's so impressive. And go to YouTube and see it for us.
And what I love, and like they storyboard it all, which is so impressive. We have friends who help us film.
I was going to say, I do want to shout out Nick.
Please,
from Peabody TV. The Laurel music video was produced by Nick DeSimone, and he is a
superstar.
And he's so
we love
great
him.
to work with. He was so great to work with the whole time.
Yeah.
Young kid too, not just like some,
Not
just some grandfather type.
not some Yahoo.
Yeah.
He is great. But what I really liked is that the music videos, they're not necessarily tied to the lyrics. It's almost like you're trying to create this other idea for like these two parallel stories to happen.
Yeah.
Because like Pack to Go is like a spy movie, and like that's so funny.
Yeah.
And then Laurel is the music dance experience from Severance.
Yeah.
Yes.
So cool. It's so
totally
cool.
Severance inspired.
Whenever
Oh my God.
Liv and I come up with music video ideas, we have like movies or TV shows that really inspire it and even for our long time coming music video, I really wanted to do a prom themed music video.
We were
kind
thinking
of like Freaks and Geeks scene.
Or like the Stranger Things dance. Like we were like thinking this 80s, 90s.
Yeah. And then Severance for Laurel, and then old-timey spy movies, Charade, James Bond, all of those for the Pack to Go music video. And each member of the band kind of represents a spy kind of trope or character.
That's so important to have a really clear, concise vision for a video like that, that you can distill down to just like a couple words, here's the pitch, and then grow from there. That's great. It's really cool that you have 6 members in the band. That is a lot of people to help divvy up the efforts. So you two, the storyboarding, the directing, and the music videos. What about recording and engineering?
So he's not here today, but our bass player, Ryan, who writes a few of the songs too, he has like a whole in-home studio. So we do like pretty much all of our vocal and horn recording with him, while we take our drums with someone else who has more room.
Yeah, there's a lot. You need a lot for drums.
Sean McLaughlin from 37 Foot Productions is who we work with. For
another excellent guy.
Again, another star. And he did do the whole production for Need a Win, the opening track on the album. That was all Sean.
And he mixed Laurel, Pack to Go, and Lazy Lover, right?
That is correct.
Yeah, so he and Ryan kind of split the mixing job half and half, but I think it all flows really well together on the album.
That's the thing. They kind of like mind melded in their mixes. They weren't even sitting in the same room, but a lot of their songs, you put them right next to each other, it doesn't feel crazy different.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Correct.
Yeah, and they're all mastered by the same guy, so I guess that probably does something too.
Jeff Lipton, Peerless
Jeff Lipton,
Mastering,
yeah.
just going to shout everybody out.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah, but no, Ryan is a severely talented producer, and
amazing.
And it's so fun to just be in his little Somerville apartment, taking our time, doing the recording.
So much fun to record with him.
He is a pro mixer. He does such a great job, and he's so collaborative too. Like he'll often have people just sit with him and be like, "How does this sound?" And then shift something back. How does this sound? Does it sound better here?
Yeah.
Muting and unmuting things. Just seeing like if it's like, is this too much? Is this too little? He's so helpful.
Yeah.
So helpful.
As SpongeBob's grandmother, I would like to say
Rule of three.
Rule of three,
Oh, please! I'm such a hog for the stage. Anyway,
I'm such a hog.
I love this. I love the camera. The camera loves me. Another privilege that we get is to hear this band collaborate. And so they're talking about Ryan's strength of collaboration. So there, that takes vulnerability. You love an idea, and they are constantly collaborating and taking each other's ideas and respecting each other in ways that are just like, Neil and I, my husband, will be in the other room going, listen to them. Like it's hard work. That's hard work for a band to collaborate and take all these ideas, and they do it really well.
It is hard sometimes when we're fleshing out songs and jumping back to sort of all the genres on this album. We'll throw things out and we will try anything. And a lot of the times it does make it into the final product, but sometimes it takes many iterations. Specifically, Putt Strut. A new song, wasn't a single, Putt Strut, which we originally wrote a little bit drunk in the basement of Ryan's parents' home.
2022, maybe?
That was for the grandmother. A little bit.
Just a little bit.
It's all right.
A song
kids.
inspired by mini golf or Wii golf.
right?
Yeah, Wii Sports. He knows.
It's literally inspired by Wii golf, and we didn't end up learning it in the band for like a year and a half.
Yeah.
I should say too, the reason why it's Wii Sports is because when we recorded at Ryan's old house, in between like listening to mixes, we'd just be switching off playing Wii Sports Golf. So we'd just be listening and like just be like sink a hole in one and be like, I really like that song. I really like that. That was really good. And then we were like, no one's writing a song about that. Let's just make that experience.
It's very like Wolfpack.
It's the
very Wolfpack.
Wolfiest track on the album for sure.
I would say so. But when we were fleshing it out, it took so long.
The
we couldn't decide what we wanted.
It was so hard to
and then
make,
we were recording it and we're like, oh shit, like can I say that?
Here, don't worry about it. Yes.
You're good.
Everyone asks that. You're good. We should just start telling people.
Yeah.
That's the third one, Liv.
Two SpongeBob grandmas.
Funnily enough, that's the only song with a shit on it in our album. And it's also the silliest song, so we were like debating whether or not to mark it explicit, because we were like, oh, it's so stupid though. It's
It's
goofy lyrics.
But point being, it took us a very long time to flesh it out, and we ended up with this soaring outro of an instrumental, beautiful moment and it's this song about Wii golf. Like,
So many beautiful layers to it.
it's
I love
crazy.
Ellie plays
It's
a
a
very
fun
nice
song.
trumpet solo at the outro there. So
My
when
only
you listen to
trumpet
that,
solo on the album.
It's a good standout moment, I think.
I love hearing the stories where a song is made about literally something so silly like Wii golf. There's a lot of artists that I listened to recently that they're like, yeah, you may think like some big, special thing, but it really was just a random phrase I came up with in my head or something. And I think that that's the best kind of stories.
Yeah, Laurel's definitely like that.
Yeah, where it's like there's no story.
Laurel
really,
was
cool name.
our recent single. I just wanted to write a song with a girl's name as the title, and my roommate Allie suggested the name Laurel. We were literally in a group chat. I think the gals chat.
Yep, the gals
with,
chat.
with a couple. Ryan's girlfriend Amanda, who I went to college with, and my roommate Allie.
Literally called gals.
We're literally just
I've seen it.
sending women's names to the chat.
Like, what's gonna work here?
And Allie said Laurel.
So good.
And
sounds cool.
I sent it to these guys. Henry goes like, "Oh, rest on my laurels," and and then the whole song was born.
Great.
I remember sending you a voice memo of the melody, but not the full lyrics.
of
and
the
just
chorus.
just kind of sending that to you and being like, I don't know, do something with that. I can't talk for the next hour. So I was like, it sounds really cool. I was into it, but
And you know what? You were
I
right.
had to keep working. So
And
I
then
was
I
like, here's something.
think, and then actually, that's directly Fleetwood Mac inspired in that the way that the chorus ends is one more time, then I'm never going back again. And it was
right.
totally
It's so
taken
right.
from that idea of I'll see you, but I know this is going nowhere.
Yeah.
Kind of thing.
It is a great song.
killer.
We wrote a great one.
I mean, never going back again.
I was like, oh, Laurel's great
But
too.
Laurel is great too.
Carrie, do you have a favorite song of theirs?
Oh
Ooh.
gosh, that's like
Pressure.
asking me my favorite color. I just no.
Colors is that.
No, well, I taught kindergarten for my career, which I completely love.
Oh, yeah,
5-year-old,
you
they're
use
best
all the
people,
colors.
and they're always like, "What's your favorite color?" I'm like, "They're all of them." But so no, I really don't. I mean, I just love watching them evolve and creating like all these textures in their songs, like you were referring to. Just no, I definitely don't have a favorite.
I feel like Dad's favorite song is Laurel. He won't stop talking about it.
He won't.
He literally won't. He
My
loves it.
husband will not stop talking about Laurel.
He asks Liv all the time. He goes, "When's it on the radio? When's it on the radio?
Yeah.
What's going on?"
And
it's
literally-
so
We were
funny.
we're lucky enough to have radio play on the station that I work for here in Boston, but because of that, like I know when it's going to play because I have the logs.
He's so
and he's
funny.
texting like, tell me every time it's going to play.
Yeah, and he's
single
like
time.
he's more of an introvert than me. I mean, obviously he's here. No,
He has to be.
like so he'll say, "Text Liv and ask him." Like you text her. No, it's okay. But we will literally like wherever we are,
Drop
like
everything.
do simple radio and get 92.5. We'll drop everything and we'll just
Yeah.
listening. It's just
go.
beautiful. Yeah.
As a writer, does any of the lyrics stand out to you the most?
I again, I don't know. I love the recent songs, the Lazy Lover, the whole feel
That's
about
on the
that
album.
too.
No, not a single yet, but that's coming out.
And seeing some of the clips of you writing that, like being just as a writer, being able to hide in the room and eavesdrop on them. Yeah. No, being able to hear the process is so neat because I think it's so similar to just creative people in general, you know, that there's like this spark.
Yeah.
You know, like I want to write this and then everybody just starts to contribute. So I think rather than appreciate one or two lines, I appreciate the process that I get to hear getting to those lines of here they are. And then sometimes it's not even that, it's just, and you know this, that you write a line and you're like, that is the line.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Like that, like
Yeah.
you just know that that's a gift
Yeah.
from the heavens. Well, you know,
The creativity.
the creativity
The
world that
universe.
you just are like nailed it. Like there's no work. There's just like that's it. So
I felt that way with.
I don't know. I'm not gonna. I guess I can't pick a favorite. Go ahead.
I can't do it.
I totally get what you mean. It feels more like discovering something than like creating it. Like it was there, you just had to find it.
Yeah.
Oh, I
Yeah.
love that
That's
feeling.
great.
Yeah.
It's so true. It's so true.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
Totally.
So you have the new album releasing. What else do you have coming up in the next year? And is there like a big crazy goal you have in the next like 3 to 5 years?
Did you see Michael's message?
I didn't see my.
Oh, okay. So I would
Reveal.
say
What I'll say in the short term,
no.
at least, we're working on writing a bunch of new songs.
Yeah.
And we're going to be on tour this fall.
Yes.
Yeah.
Supporting this album. I have an update about that, by the way. But
Exciting.
I'm not sure if we're gonna make it to New York on this round. There's some exciting familial things happening in the band
Yes.
that are.
Yes.
So we're gonna keep the tour dates to what we have set already. But I will be hitting, Western Mass, I think Jersey, Rhode Island, and Connecticut,
Vermont.
and Vermont. Yeah, we're gonna be in Vermont with All Night Boogie Band and Nikki and the Barn Boys, who are some amazing acts.
Yeah, that's gonna be fun. Burlington.
And I was gonna say our long term or like 3 to 5 year goal was Boston Calling, but
Yep.
they just announced that they're taking a year off
Yes.
next year.
Boston
Yep.
Calling did?
Yes.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yep.
You heard
So-
it here first.
Yeah, we
Exclusive.
were. We
Yeah.
were.
Comes out 5 months after the news.
You're hearing it now.
It came out. That news came
Yeah.
out yesterday, and we
Yeah.
were
Oh.
hoping to be able to maybe make our way onto that bill next year. But
Yeah.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
I think Boston Music Awards is also
that would be a great one.
Yes.
Yeah.
just
yeah,
a nomination, a nod from them. That
Yeah.
That would be lovely.
Yeah.
That'd be fun.
Yeah.
How about you, Ellie? You have any idea goals?
I mean, I would love to play Boston Calling or a larger festival and just be on festival units. And also just like a personal goal. I am obsessed with the band Truesdale. And I just, in 3 to 5 years, I just know that we could find a way to either open for them, collaborate with them. Yeah. That just would be such a big goal because I think they're such a big influence on the three of us and our writing styles and our harmonies. I just want to find a way to work with them. Truesdale, if you're listening.
Ellie and I had been fans of them from TikTok, and then they announced that they were going on tour with Cory Wong a couple of years ago. Yeah. Of course, Henry and Ryan are huge Cory Wong fans, so we were like, "This is the bill. Let's all go." It was amazing.
That was a hell of a show.
It was a hell of a show.
He's someone that I want to collaborate on. Like, not like, he's so big, but I'm like, just get him to record guitar on like a track. Yeah. And, like, that'd be so cool.
He seems reachable. He seems accessible.
I have a friend.
He seems like he'd be like, yeah, sure,
my friend
that's fun.
Ellie.
Yeah.
My friend Ellie Dolan
had
worked
him, right?
with him. Yeah.
That's a big goal for me. Is just collaborating with bigger people and you know,
and people that we admire.
That make you want to practice more and get better.
Totally. Yeah, every time Melt has one of those Be Our Local Opener submissions, I'm like, get us in there. Hasn't happened yet, but I would love to play with them. They are so sick.
We had their tour manager on the podcast, so
yeah, Spencer.
You can reach out to him, Spencer. He's super nice.
Oh, yeah.
Good to know.
Love it.
It's funny because a lot of people say they have these big dreams, and I think a lot of it is just finding the courage to reach out. And a lot of the time you'd be surprised like who says yes, because I never thought anyone would want to come on the podcast, and I was like super shocked to find out that people like were more than willing to come. And I think that's half the battle, is like getting up the courage to ask.
It totally is, and that's not something we're strangers to. And we were able to play at the Sinclair, which is a pretty known Boston venue, with opening for Dogs in a Pile, just because I reached out, and I was so happy that came to be. We also had an opportunity to work with Ripe that didn't end up panning out because they found someone else before us, but I was like, that would be amazing as well. I would love to open.
They would be
for
so
that.
fun.
In the Groove too. It's just like
Groove. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
In New York, we just emailed and we were just like,
jeez, so planning our first tour, like that is hard stuff.
Yeah, there's so many emails going out. So much
juggling,
logistics.
It's crazy. I've sent so many emails, I can't even believe it.
That's my favorite thing to do, send emails.
Yes,
I know I'm like the weirdo, but it's my favorite thing.
Well, thank you all so much for joining us.
Thank you.
This has
been wonderful.
Yeah.
Everyone go check out The Far Out. Check out their new album. What's the name of the new album?
Greetings from the Far Out.
Wow, that was cool.
A little homage to the boss.
To Springsteen,
Thank you for listening. Thank you to The Far Out and Kerry for joining us. You should definitely check out their brand new album, Greetings from the Far Out, on all streaming services now. You can also catch them on their postcard tour now through September 25th. They've got dates all throughout the Northeast, starting in Salisbury, Massachusetts, this Saturday, September 23rd. You can head to their website, thefarout.band, to see more. And if you liked what you heard here, head to relativelyintunepod.com or find us on any platform at relativelyintunepod. Rate us 5 stars on Spotify, Apple Music, or wherever else you listen to podcasts. Subscribe for more episodes like this one. And if there's someone you would like to see on the podcast, let us know in the comments of any platform or send it right to us from our website. Thank you for listening again. I've been Dean DeMarzo. This is Relatively in Tune, and we'll see you next time.